Hi there. Today I'm going to be sharing some tips and tricks for using digital notebooks to arrange and begin analyzing sources for your academic writing. There are many apps available in terms of digital note taking, but we'll be looking at OneNote. The main features that you'll need to use within OneNote are adding a section down here and adding a page. So you can add as many sections as you like, and then within those you can add pages. So you can see here I have four sections called summative essay, formative essay, exam prep, essay 2, etc. And when I click between those, I can see I have different pages arranged. This example of a section showcases an approach in which the pages are kind of organized by theme. So this is to begin the source organizing process for an essay that talks about particle pollution and its damaging effects and ways to prevent it, right? So I have added a page to cover each of those themes or subtopics. If you are taking your notes thematically, the major advantage is that you've already started the process of synthesis by grouping like information together or relevant information in one space. Do be careful that you indicate the source from which your notes are coming, because if you don't do that, you'll be struggling later on to identify where pieces of information came from. Another way that you can arrange your pages in a digital notebook is not by theme, but instead by the source itself. So in this example, the pages are titled according to the source. And then in each of these pages, you'll add notes that come from that source. It is a good idea to make sure that you record the full citation before you do anything else. A major advantage of taking notes in a digital notebook is that you can include the link to any articles that you're using directly, so you can access and double check information very quickly and easily, unlike a physical notebook. So key sections that you might think about adding would be not just your notes, but also some information or kind of notes to self about how you plan to use the source in your writing. This is where you begin that process of evaluating and kind of thinking strategically about the information. So for example, maybe I can use this source to establish the prevalence of particle pollution either in my intro or my first paragraph. So in OneNote, you can do a lot of customizing. You'll see that this page is, I've used the view option to add some rule lines so that it looks a bit more like a traditional notebook. You can also add grids, you can insert tables, so you have a lot of leeway to customize this view. The other nice thing that you can do is use the tags feature to tag things, whether that's saying this is to do, this is important, this is a question I have. So this isn't a question, but let's pretend it was. And this little question mark appears alongside that note that I've taken. So when you're scanning through things and you have a lot of notes, it's easier to find things. Now, on that point of being easy to find thing, another real kind of tip that I would give you when you're maintaining a digital notebook is to take advantage of the find feature. So you can do a normal Control F to find, but also you can use this little search bar on the side. Let's say I remember that an article discussed the role of wood-burning stoves, but I can't remember which article. I can just do a keyword search for wood burning, give my result, and voila, there's the fact that I was looking for. So once you move into the writing up and rough drafting process, it gets a lot easier to find those pieces of information that you know you read, you just can't remember where they were. Another great thing that digital notebooks allow you to do is keep your source information and kind of this evaluation process alongside your plan for the essay. So you can see here I've added a page at the top that's my essay plan to do. And I can format this like a to-do list, and as I achieve various parts of my essay plan, I can ting these off to show that I'm done with it. You can also go to the Insert tab and go to Loop Components if you want to add any pre-built templates like a task list, a progress tracker. And finally, if you like to plan and think visually, you can use the drawing feature in OneNote to do something like draw a mind map for yourself. This is just a little example of a basic mind map, but you could continue to build that out and revisit that throughout the writing process. And again, what's really nice there is you don't have to go to a bunch of different places to move between your research notes and your plan and your mind map, because they're all nicely organized here within one section of one notebook. You can have one of these notebooks running for each of your modules or each of your projects, and all of those you'll be able to find right there on your OneNote home interface.